Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Good Friday, April 3rd, 2026. Today we have 15 qualifying races. Horses for the first are being called out of the paddock right now. Horses for the first qualifier out on the racetrack. We're going to have now a field of 7. We will scratch number 8, Mending Fences. Driver change on 5, Horizon Sealster to Dale Spence. Horses are lining up for today's first qualifier. We've got older pacing mares here. Inside Out, Madam Panic, Oceanside Magic, Sunny's Girl, Stag Royal, Horizon Sealster, Little Casara, and Winnie Pooh Panther. Number 8, Mending Fences, is Scratch. Field of 7 on gate. Here they come for the first of 15. And they're off and pacing. Inside, that is going to be Oceanside Magic, who steps ahead. Coming down the center is Horizon Sealster. Madam Panic in behind the early leader from that rail starting spot will hold second as Horizon Sealster settles into third in front of Sunny's Girl. Then we're going back to Stag Royal. Up on the outside, that's Winnie Pooh Panther, and that one will settle in front of our early trailer, Little Kasara. The opening quarter time was 29 seconds flat. Oceanside Magic will be the leader as they straighten out into the backstretch. It's a 2.5, near 3-length advantage up front here for Oceanside Magic. A 4-year-old daughter of Better Than Cheddar swings away with the lead. Madam Panic is in second, 3 lengths then going back to Horizon Sealster, who races along in third. Another couple of lengths back to Sunny's Girl, who is fourth. In line fifth is Stag Royal, and then it's 6 lengths back to our trailers. That is Winnie Pooh Panther and Little Kasara. 57 and 3 was the half-mile time, so the second quarter a little bit quicker there than that opening split. A 28 and 3 second quarter onto the far turn. Oceanside Magic still up front. Racing in second is Madam Panic, and that one inched a bit closer. They're now midway around the far turn. 2 more lengths then going back to Horizon Sealster. She's still there third, followed by Sunny's Girl. A couple more lengths going then to Stag Royal, and our trailers. Little Kasara worked around Winnie Pooh Panther. 126 to 3/4 time, and the mares will swing for home. The leader, since the word go, Oceanside Magic, and that one kicks clear now by 2.5, 3 lengths. 1/8 of a mile remaining. Madam Panic trying to hold on to second. Horizon Sealster showing clear racetrack on the outside. Looking to scoot up the rail is Stag Royal, and 16th to go. Oceanside Magic's nearly home. Horizon Sealster will come close at the end. Oceanside Magic by 1.5 lengths. Horizon Sealster was second. Madam Panic was third, and Stag Royal was across the wire in fourth. 1:55 and 2, the mile time in today's first. Starting gates in motion for our second qualifier. A field of 9. Driver change on 3, Sweet Mama T to Jonathan Drury. Driver change on 5, Get Me Some of That to Mark McDonald. HP Shefford, the 1, 2, Just Call Me Bella, 3, Sweet Mama T, 4, Elbows Up, 5, Get Me Some of That, 6 is Mushy Peas, 7 is Solo to Lexington, 8 is Black Mass, and 9 is Hologram. Three-year-old trotters, here they come. Qualifier number 2. They're off and trotting, and it's going to be Just Call Me Bella who gets the first call. She's out to the early lead. Getting away in second is going to be Elbows Up. Coming up on the outside is Solo to Lexington going forward. Then to Mushy Peas at the inside, fourth. Getting away fifth was HP Shefford. Back to Sweet Mama T in sixth. Seventh in line, that's going to be Get Me Some of That. Final two will be Black Mass and Hologram. With the lead, this is Just Call Me Bella, the daughter of Muscle Mass. Brings them to the opening panel in a time of 31 and 2. So it's Just Call Me Bella who will front them. Racing second is Elbows Up. Right there, third is Solo to Lexington. A few lengths then, going back to Mushy Peas in fourth. We had a breaker. That was HP Shefford, who went off stride racing in fifth. Then we are going to find Sweet Mama T. Next one to that will be Get Me Some of That. Back to our breaker, HP Shefford. And the final pair continue to be Black Mass and Hologram as we come up to the midway point. The leader still Just Call Me Bella at a half of 101 and 1. Trotters take their way onto the far turn, and that was a little bit of a quicker second panel there after that 31 and 2 opening split, so they stepped it up 29 and 4. Just Call Me Bella by a length and a half. Elbows Up in second. Solo to Lexington 3 lengths off the lead in third. In fourth is Mushy Peas, 2 lengths then to Sweet Mama T, and then going back to the others, we've got 4 in the backfield as they come to 3/4, and it's still Just Call Me Bella at 3/4 in 131 and 2. Top of the stretch for Just Call Me Bella. Already out of the 2-hole, this is Elbows Up, who's looking to blast on by, while Solo to Lexington's also fanning out, as then off stride went Solo to Lexington with an eighth of a mile to go. So taking the lead is Elbows Up, and Elbows Up gets away from Just Call Me Bella, has the advantage into deep stretch. Elbows Up, a 2-hole trip will be turned into a winning one here. Finishing in second, Just Call Me Bella. Third, that's going to be Sweet Mama T. Mushy Peas, a late push from HP Shefford and Solo to Lexington across. 2 minutes and 3/5 for Elbows Up. Horses are lining up for the next qualifier. This is going to be the third today. Field of 9, Gucci Sealster 1, Winsun Charlotte 2, Wicked Pace the 3, Perfectly Chic the 4, Raptors 1, 5, JM Bet on 6, number 6, Caviar Seacrest the 7, Superior Delight the 8, and Artie's Ideal on the outside, number 9. Here they come for the third. And they're off and pacing. Charged up down the center of the track is JM Bet on 6, along with Raptors 1. They're hustling ahead. Perfectly Chic will also get across into third, ahead of Winsun Charlotte 4th. Mid-pack 5th is Wicked Pace. Railstarter Gucci Sealster got away 6th. 7th will be Caviar Seacrest. Then we go back to Superior Delight, and Artie's Ideal rounds things out. Coming to the opening panel, JM Bet on 6 will bring them to the opening quarter, leading by 2. That opening panel, 28 and 3. It's JM Bet on 6 and McNair. They front them to the back stretch, while racing second is Raptors 1. Another couple lengths to Perfectly Chic, racing along in third. Then fourth in line, that's going to be Winsun Charlotte. Fifth, you'll find Wicked Pace, a gap of 3 lengths, then back to Gucci Sealster. Another 2 lengths to Caviar Seacrest. Superior Delight second from the back, and Artie's Ideal can see them all. The field of 9 comes up to the half. JM Bet on 6, a 24-time winner, leads them past the half in 56 and 4. They race to the far turn after a 28 and 1 second quarter. JM Bet on 6, right there in second is Raptors 1, who takes a nice toe in the 2-hole, while right there third is Perfectly Chic. She's just 3 lengths off the lead in her debut qualifier at the age of 4. Then racing fourth, Winsun Charlotte. Wicked Pace is 7 off the top, racing fifth. 6th is going to be Gucci Sealster. Underway is Caviar Seacrest, who comes to the outside. Then it's Superior Delight and Artie's Ideal. 3/4 is hit in 125 and 4. So JM Bet on 6 has got them this far. JM Bet on 6 by a length and a half. We're into the home stretch, and Raptors 1 comes to the outside now. Back in third is Perfectly Chic. Looking at the inside is Winsun Charlotte 4th. Wicked Pace still there 5th. Raptors 1 has now taken the top spot, and it's Raptors 1 off the pocket ride. Now drawing clear. Coming to deep stretch, Raptors 1. JM Bet on 6 trying to hold seconds. Shooting on through is going to be Winsun Charlotte, but it was JM Bet on 6 that looked to hold that spot. Perfectly Chic on the outside, and Winsun Charlotte between horses. But first one home was Raptors 1 to take it in 154 and 1. Time now for the fourth qualifier. Driver change on 1, PL Stevie to Doug McNair. Sam Fillion drives to 7, Stomper Tom. And 8, What an Angel, driven by J.R. Plant. PL Stevie to Honta, Get the Green, Happy Angel, Castellindi, Batinsky, Stomper Tom, and What an Angel. That's your field of 8. They're sent on their way in qualifier number 4. Next door neighbors Castellindi and Batinsky come down the center of the track, and now here comes What an Angel roaring on up for J.R. Plant, and that one's going right after the lead. Happy Angel got away in 4th. Tahanta is there in 5th. At the rails, PL Stevie. Then to Get the Green, followed by Stomper Tom. So coming from the outside, right out to the lead is What an Angel. What an Angel to grab the top spot ahead of the opening quarter in a time of 29-2. Racing in 2nd, that is Castellindi. Then it's a few lengths back to Batinsky in 3rd. 4th up the backstretch is Happy Angel. Tahanta trots along in 5th, 2 lengths in front of PL Stevie, who's in front of Get the Green. And the last one, that is Stomper Tom. As they move up the backstretch, it's a 1.5 length advantage here for What an Angel, the 6-year-old. Meanwhile, in 2nd, Castellindi, that 4-year-old right behind the leader, as there are the top 2 past the half in a minute flat, 30-3 second quarter. So it continues to be What an Angel from Castellindi. Then 3rd is Batinsky. In line 4th and off stride went Happy Angel. Happy Angel made a break. That one goes to the inside, and we'll see Tahanta now trot on by. So too will PL Stevie, tracked by Get the Green and Stomper Tom. Coming to 3 quarters, and it is What an Angel by 1.5 lengths. Castellindi. We'll see if the 2-hole is the winning trip here. 3-quarter time, 1:30-1. They come off the turn and into the stretch. What an Angel, after roaring up to the lead in the opening 1/8 of the mile, has taken them this far. Still has the advantage at 1.5 lengths. Castellindi sticks in behind. Shown racetrack is Batinsky, and also rallying is Get the Green, and Get the Green comes sweeping on by. So Get the Green takes the top. Batinsky there into 2nd. 3rd is Tahanta. Up on the outside, Stomper Tom into 4th. Get the Green coming on by to win it by 2. 2nd was Batinsky, 3rd was Tahanta, and 4th was Stomper Tom. 2 minutes and 3/5. Starting gate approaching the top of the stretch for qualifier number 5. Three-year-old pacer set to go. And they're off and pacing. Burning Embers out from post 3, gets right over to the rail. Here comes Groovy Baby Yeah, and that one is going to sweep up to the early lead. Getting away in third is Copetown Cowgirl. Then in fourth, that's going to be Sporty Evie. At that one's wheel is Breezy Bell, who is followed by Pearl Wash, and the last one is Laney Blue. Heading to this opening quarter, we are looking at Groovy Baby Yeah, a 3-year-old daughter of McWicked, leading it by 3 or so lengths from Burning Embers in second. 31 seconds was the opening quarter. Groovy Baby Yeah leads it for Travis Cullen. Second is Burning Embers. Then third, that is Copetown Cowgirl. Racing fourth is Sporty Evie, followed by first-timer Breezy Bell. Another first-timer is Pearl Wash, and then a few lengths back to Laney Blue. Midway up the backstretch, and nothing's changing. It's Groovy Baby Yeah, second qualifier of the season for this 3-year-old. She leads it by nearly 3 from Burning Embers second, the half in a minute and a fifth. Second quarter in 29-1. Pacers head on to the far turn, and Groovy Baby Yeah still up top. Burning Embers is second, 2 lengths then to Copetown Cowgirl. Right on that one's helmet is Sporty Evie in fourth. Breezy Bell's been following that one intently. So too is Pearl Wash, and a couple lengths then to Laney Blue. So that's how they've been set up since the word go. And with the advantage, Groovy Baby Yeah hits 3 quarters in 1:29.1. A little bit quicker once again in that split, 29 seconds even, and we're into the stretch. And Groovy Baby Yeah trying to finish it off well. In second is Burning Embers. Copetown Cowgirl still at the inside. To the outside comes Sporty Evie. Here's Breezy Bell looking for a good final quarter kick. 16th to go. Groovy Baby Yeah. Breezy Bell going to finish up strong into second. Burning Embers trying to hold third from Copetown Cowgirl. Groovy Baby Yeah, a gate-to-wire winner in 1:58 flat. Qualifier number 6, starting gate into the stretch. No scratches here. A field of 9, 3 and 4-year-old trotters. Off stride before the start is 7, Willie Boy. The others are off and trotting. From the far outside, Bomb Proof is going to try and sweep by the inside as we've got Bo Knight down the center getting away second. Two Hit Wit is to that one's outside third. Then we go to Green Arrow Hanover at the inside fourth. Here up on the outside comes Thor Be Good as that one should be able to settle in front of Iced. Then we go to Dusty Roads followed by Bit of the Bubbly, and the last one is going to be Willie Boy reset as up front there. A little confusion, Bomb Proof. That one took Two Hit Wit wide. Opening quarter was 31 and 2. So the dust is going to try and settle up front here now. We'll get a lean change as Green Arrow Hanover comes around, and off stride went Bo Knight. So a breaker was Bo Knight, that one down to the safety lane, and we'll see Thor Be Good push ahead into second, while Two Hit Wit, after being taken wide in the first turn, is trotting along in third. Parked on the outside is Bomb Proof, inside to Iced, going back then to Dusty Roads, couple more lengths to Bit of the Bubbly. Resetting will be Bo Knight in front of the early breaker Willie Boy. 1:02 was the half-mile time. So we'll see if things are a little calmer now in the back half of the mile. Green Arrow Hanover, the 3-year-old son of Green Shoe, is clear by 4.5 lengths. Thor Be Good is second. Third continues to be the first-timer Two Hit Wit. Then line fourth, that is going to be Iced. Bomb Proof on the outside with that outside journey. Dusty Roads at the inside. Then to Bit of the Bubbly going back to Bo Knight. And the last one is Willie Boy. Green Arrow Hanover at 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. Green Arrow Hanover into the stretch. Leads it by 3 lengths. In second is Thor Be Good. Off stride went Two Hit Wit on the far bend. Meanwhile, back now in third is Iced. Up the inside comes Dusty Roads. On the outside is Bit of the Bubbly, but it is Green Arrow Hanover still with the lead. A good push coming from Thor Be Good. That one has not given up, but is a length and a half away. As well in hand is Green Arrow Hanover to win it. Thor Be Good finishes in second. Up on the outside, that was Bit of the Bubbly looking to edge Iced. The mile, 2 minutes and 3/5. Next up is the 7th qualifier. Scratch of number 4, Hello Darkness. A field of 8 lined up. They're off in pacing here in qualifier 7, and we're seeing on-time delivery, who is going to move out to the lead. Getting away in second is going to be Axel. Away from the rail, National Tier gets away in third. I Did It My Sushi then on the side settles into fourth from Walter Just Walter, who gets in front of Seize the Bay, going back to Sports Activator. And then the last one, that is going to be Never Assume. Up front here, on time delivery had an opening quarter of 31. And no, that wasn't 31. We'll get the quarter for you after this qualifier as they move to the backstretch. And the leader continues to be on time delivery. So on time delivery by a couple of lengths. Closing the gap immediately, though, is Axel, who will get right in behind that top spot contender. Meanwhile, third is National Tier. Fourth in line, I Did It My Shui. And then we're going back to Walter Just Walter, who is followed by Seize the Bay. Then to Sports Activator. Never Assume rounds things out. National Tier, the first one to go, pops to the outside there from third. 59 and 4 was the half. And the Pacers head onto the far turn, and National Tier moves up on the outside, set to press the leader on time delivery. Axel at the inside is third. 2 more lengths back to I Did It My Shui. Then we're back to Walter Just Walter, followed by Seize the Bay, then to Sports Activator. Never Assume, the last one. National Tier was the first up challenger here on the far turn, length and a half away as on time delivery, still comfortable with that lead. 1:28 and 3 was the 3/4 time. So we're into the stretch, and it is on time delivery who is ready to go. National Tier has not gone away on the outside. National Tier, meanwhile, rail now opens up for Axel, so National Tier takes the lead, still hanging in there was on time delivery. Axel had all kinds of daylight, and Axel comes on through. It's Axel from National Tier, and on time delivery, it was Axel by half a length from National Tier. On time delivery, late push coming from Sports Activator. 1:57 and 3. Almost set to go with today's 8th qualifier. The hold up there was just that the number 1, Shannon's Shadow, had to go back to the paddock to get a new race bike, had a flat tire. Now back out on the track, and they'll go to the gate in just a moment for the 8th. Now we're good to go with today's 8th qualifier. Inside out, Shannon's Shadow, Uno Momenta, Bikini Sealster, Parisian Chic, Mickey Moose, Could Be Queen, Brian's Halo, Horse with a Plan. Driver change on 4, Parisian Chic to Louis Waugh. Mark McDonald drives 5, Mickey Moose. Here they come for the 8th. And they're off and pacing. Coming away from the center of the track is Could Be Queen. Up on the outside, though, Horse with a Plan pointed to the top. It's going to be Una Momenta at the inside third. Just to that one's outside Brian's Halo. To the left is going to be Shannon's Shadow mid-pack. Bikini Sealster found a quick spot in line in front of Parisian Chic. And then the last one is Mickey Moose. Out in front, Horse with a Plan started from the outside, crossed right over. In second is Could Be Queen, who can track. Opening quarter time was 31-3. So the Pacers exit the first turn. Horse with a Plan, the 3-year-old daughter of Better's Delight, leads it by 2. Could Be Queen, she's a daughter of Cattle Wash, second. Una Momento, Control the Moment, Philly is third. Gap of 3 lengths then back to the Always Be Mickey Philly Brian's Halo, who is fourth. Another few lengths back to Shannon's Shadow. She's a daughter of Shadow Play. Next in line, the Bulldog Hanover Philly Bikini Sealster. Few more lengths to Parisian Chic. She's a daughter of Better's Delight. And the last one to meet today is a first-timer. And Always Be Mickey Philly, Mickey Moose. She's the trailer at the half. The half-mile time was recorded in a minute flat, and Horse with a Plan takes us on to the far turn. Horse with a Plan from Could Be Queen. Still there third, Uno Momenta. 3 more lengths back to Brian's Halo, fourth. Tracked by Shannon's Shadow in fifth. 2 more lengths to Bikini Sealster, third from the back. Then the last pair continue to be Parisian Chic and Mickey Moose. Coming to 3 quarters, Horse with a Plan. Should have some company here for the final quarter. 128-4, 3-quarter time. 28-4, third split there. Second has been Could Be Queen. Up on the outside was Una Momenta trying to make a bid. A little wide out of the turn, however. Horse with a Plan leads it. 1/8 of a mile to go. Could Be Queen sticks in behind. Una Momenta is third. Then we're going back to Brian's Halo, followed by Shannon's Shadow and Bikini Sealster. Horse with a Plan. Could Be Queen 2 lengths away. Horse with a Plan takes it. Could Be Queen was second. Una Momenta was third. Up the inside, Shannon's Shadow as the mile time 1:57 flat for Horse with a Plan. Just about set to resume with today's qualifying action. 8 down, 8 to go. Qualifier 9 is up next. We're going to scratch number 4, Bad Betting. Driver change on 7, We Got History to Doug McNair. Here's your field for qualifier 9. Again, take out the number 4, Bad Betting. Blushing Joy, the 1. D8, Laugh Out Loud, number 2. Half Fast is the 3. 5 is Bayonetta. 6 is Amicable. 7, We Got History. Number 8, North 6. Starting gate moves into the stretch. Field to 7, 3-year-old Pacers. Here they come. They're off in pacing. We Got History, the first to go. That's going to be Bayonetta from the center. On the outside is North 6. A little green in the early going, is now rushing up into third. D8, Laugh Out Loud gets away in fourth, while Amicable will settle in behind fifth. In front of Blushing Joy 6 and 7th is Half Fast. As we hit the first turn, We Got History. The son of Always a Virgin leads it for McNair. Meanwhile, in second is Bayonetta. Third is North 6. The opening quarter pops up on the clock, 29 and 4. So your leader here is We Got History, moving into the backstretch, up top by a length and a half from Bayonetta in second. Then in third is North 6. Fourth in line, D8, Laugh Out Loud. In fifth, that's where you'll find Amicable. Sixth is Blushing Joy. It's 2 more lengths back to Half Fast, who's the trailer in seventh. As they move up the backstretch, it's a bit of a 2-horse breakaway here as some struggles there in third. We talked about North 6 being a little green in the early going. Putting in some bad steps there will force everyone to the outside as the half came up in a minute flat. Heading on to the far turn. Continues to be We Got History. Tracking right along is Bayonetta. A D8, Laugh Out Loud, came around into third. Amicable, the first-timer, tracks along in fourth. Blushing Joy, North 6 now is moved to second from last, and the trailer continues to be Half Fast. Coming to 3/4, We Got History, a length and a half advantage. The filly Bayonetta trying to stick right there. 129, your 3/4 time. They're into the stretch, and it is We Got History. Bayonetta has been second throughout and continues to follow, glued right to the helmet. Meanwhile, Amicable is moving up into third from D8, Laugh Out Loud back in fourth. North 6 is putting in some funky steps there on the outside fifth. It is still We Got History. We Got History in qualifier number 9. Going to take this one. Season debut qualifier for this 3-year-old, wins it by 2.5 lengths. Finishing second was Bayonetta. Amicable up into third. Off stride through the wire was North 6, 158 and 1. 10th qualifier is up next. No scratches, field of 9, 1 driver change, 5 Grambling Hall will be driven by Mark McDonald. Starting gate in motion. Older Trotters, qualifier number 10. Roxy Hart the 1, Zed Athena the 2, Ngawa the 3, Captain Wanya the 4, Grambling Hall number 5, Devil's Arch the 6, Truffles 2 the 7, Catkin Morgan the 8, and Amigo Volo the 9. Here they come for the 10th. And they're off and trotting, and we got a few of them that are trying to push on forward, including Devil's Arch from the center, Truffles 2 matching strides to push ahead. Meanwhile, Captain Vanya gets away in third, up on the outside. Amigo Volo into the upper half. We'll have that 4-hole to settle to in front of Grambling Hall, who's going to be tracked into the turn by Ngawa. That one's at the back, actually. Meanwhile, into the turn, they will see Roxy Hart third from the back, Zed Athena second from the back. Ngawa is the trailer. Opening quarter time was 31-1. Out to the lead went Truffles 2. It's Truffles 2 fronting them by 3. Racing in second is Devil's Arch. Third in line is Captain Wanya. Then in fourth is Amigo Volo. Fifth is Grambling Hall. A couple of lengths then going back to Catkin Morgan, who's followed by Roxy Hart, Zed Athena, and last one Ngawa. No change in the order through the second quarter. A loose leader is Truffles 2 as the 8-year-old just marching along, coming up to the midway point. The half is hit in 1:01:1, 30 seconds flat in that second quarter, as they have a tailwind up the backstretch, as the wind has definitely picked up as the morning's gone along. Meanwhile, it continues to be Truffles 2, a 3.5 length lead. Devil's Arch in second. Third is still Captain Vanya. Underway is Grambling Hall, and that one's already picked up a spot now into fourth. Staying at the rail is Amigo Volo. Couple lengths back to Catkin Morgan, then to Roxy Hart, followed by Zed Athena. And off the rail from the back, getting underway was Ngawa. 3/4, 129-4, but getting away on them was Truffles 2. Truffles 2 leads it by 6 lengths into the stretch. At the inside is Devil's Arch. Grambling Hall on the outside. Amigo Volo fans out, and Amigo Volo now moving up into third, but it is all Truffles 2. So Truffles 2, a good return here today, set to get to the wire first. Amigo Volo also in his return now marches up into second, while Devil's Arch will finish in third. It was Truffles 2 from Amigo Volo and Devil's Arch in 1:59 flat. Next up is qualifier number 11. Scratch the 5 Century Moo. Sam Filion drives 8 Major Money. 1 McMira, 2 Shuri, 3 Josie's Jewels, 4 Brisk Sealster, 5 is out, 6 is Twice the Delight, 7 is Better Script, and 8 is Major Money. Here they come for qualifier number 11. And they're off and pacing. Twice to the Light with a well-timed beginning. Shoots out to the lead. McMira is going to get away second. Here comes Josie Jules up on the outside. Not going to take the 3 holes. Going to drive right on. Getting away in fourth was Shuri. Then we are going to work our way back to Brisk Sealster. Outside of that, rival is Better Script, who will settle in front. And the trailer is Major Money. So Josie's Jules pointed to the lead by Dave Kelly and will get to the top. Clears to command ahead of the opening quarter. Twice to the Light is second and McMira is there third. Opening panel 31-2. So our leader here is Josie's Jewels, and this daughter of Shadow Play fronts them by a length and a half from Twice to the Light as the 5-year-old gets to track along. Meanwhile, McMira is right there in third, just 3 lengths off the lead. Closing the gap in fourth as they rush up the backstretch is Shiri. Also pacing well is Better Script. Then back to Brisk Sealster, and the last one is Major Money. So they do tighten up here coming to the midway point. The leader is Josie's Jewels. Right in behind is Twice to the Light, and very close as McMira there third. 1 minute and 4/5 was the half-mile time. They take it onto the far turn here. Josie's Jewels tracking along Twice to the Light and McMira. Then we're going back to Shuri. At the inside is Better Script. Underway was Brisk Sealster, and the last one continues to be Major Money. They're halfway around the far turn. Still an advantage of a length and a half for Josie's Jewels. Twice the Delight, after the well-timed beginnings, been able to track the leader. 3/4 time, 1:29.4, so that was a 29-second third panel, and they're into the stretch. It is Josie's Jewels, Twice the Delight, still behind. McMira also in that single file motion. Here up on the outside now comes Brisk Sealster. Between horses, Shuri looks to blast, and Better Script fans out. It's still Josie's Jewel. Pushing at the inside is Twice the Delight, Josie's Jewels, and Twice the Delight. These two to decide it. Twice the Delight at the inside, Josie's Jewels outside. Twice the Delight takes it from Josie's Jewels. Right there was Shuri in third. McMira was fourth in 1:59.1. Horses are being called in for the 12th qualifier. 3 and 4-year-olds on the trot. Scratch number 2, My Ghost. A driver change on number 7, Green Money Queen. The driver will be James McDonald. Inside Out, 1 Northern Teardrop. The 2 is Scratch. 3 is Baselets. 4 is Green Goose. 5 Goldilocks Hanover. 5 She's Got Tricks. 6 is She's Got Tricks. 7 is Green Money Queen. 8 is Calyx. And the 9 is Dream for Peace. Set to go with the 12th qualifier as the gate swings into the stretch. Trotters assembled. Here they come. And they're offhand trotting. It's a pretty even beginning as there's going to be the outside quartet all going forward. That includes She's Got Tricks, Green Money Queen, Calyx, and Dream for Peace as they are wide in this opening 1/8 of the mile. Goldilocks Hanover was also away nicely and is to the inside, going back to Green Goose, followed by Baselets, and the last one is Northern Teardrop. It was Green Money Queen who does get out to the lead. We'll see if Calyx presses on or just settles into that 2-hole and will track its stablemate as the opening quarter was up in 30 and 1. So it's Green Money Queen who leads it by a couple of lengths from Calyx in second. She's Got Tricks trots along in third. Then we're going back to Goldilocks Hanover in fourth. Fifth up the backstretch is Dream for Peace, 2 lengths in front of Green Goose 6. Seventh in line, that's going to be Baselets. And the last one is Northern Teardrop. Green Money Queen, the daughter of Green Manalishi. She leads it by 2.5 lengths coming up to the midway point, and it's Green Money Queen by the half in 1 minute and 3/5. So as we trot onto the far turn, Green Money Queen the advantage from Calyx in second, who will try to stick close. Meanwhile, She's Got Tricks is there in third. It's about 2.5 lengths back to Goldilocks Hanover in fourth. Fifth around the far turn is Dream for Peace. Then to Green Goose. Second from the back is Baselets, and that trailer Northern Teardrop gets the cue to go. That one was the first one off the rail and has picked up a position as we come to 3/4. But Green Money Queen still up top by 2 from Calyx in second. 1:30 is the 3/4 time. Green Money Queen into the lane. Calyx in second. She's Got Tricks is there in third as they straighten out for home. Green Money Queen coming to the 8th pole. Calyx looks maybe to the inside or just stick to the stablemate's helmet. Here comes She's Got Tricks. A late rush from Dream for Peace. Green Money Queen. She's Got Tricks picking up ground and going on by. She's Got Tricks. Dream for Peace with a good final quarter up the inside into second. Calyx gets into third. Green Money Queen was fourth. 2 minutes and 4/5 for She's Got Tricks. 13th qualifiers next. Driver change on 5, Arizona Jackson to Daryl Thiessen. Inside out. In the spotlight, the 1, Chain Gang the 2, Captain Fear Not 3, Right Mia Rose 4, Arizona Jackson 5, No Control 6, II Captain Deo 7, and HF Pan Shadow is the 8. Here they come for the 13th. And they're off and pacing. Right Mia Rose is blasting forward. From the center is Arizona Jackson. Here comes II Captain Deo up on the outside. In the spotlight, holds ground there at the rail. Behind that one is Chain Gang. Captain Fear Not wants to get in behind. At that one's flank is going to be No Control. And then to the outside, HF Pan's Shadow as they're into the first turn. And on the outside, II Captain Deo clears to command from Right Mia Rose through an opening quarter in 29-1. It's II Captain Deo, the leader. This is the second qualifier of the season for the now 4-year-old who fronts them by nearly 3 lengths. Right Mia Rose is second. In the spotlight, races along in third. Fourth, that's going to be Arizona Jackson. Here's Chain Gang underway as the 5-year-old gets the cue to go. Then back to Captain Fear Not, followed by No Control, and HF Pan's Shadow is the trailer. So on the lead has been II Captain Deo by nearly 3 at a half of 57 seconds flat. So with that tailwind pushing them along, that was a second quarter up front in 27-4. It's II Captain Deo, Right Mia Rose second. Chain Gang took back down to the rail, settled into third in front of In the Spotlight as the mare looks to keep pace there in fourth, followed by Arizona Jackson. Captain Fear Not stacked up, followed by No Control and HF Pan Shadow, but II Captain Deo on top by 5 at 3/4 in 124-4. So once again, a 27-4 split, and it's all II Captain Deo, second outing, and is on a mission. Meanwhile, Chain Gang is now into second from Right Mia Rose in third. In the spotlight, battles on with Captain Fear Not at the rail, Arizona Jackson. Behind them is No Control. It's all II Captain Deo. II Captain Deo. A good effort today wins it. Right Mia Rose battles into second from Chain Gang third. Captain Fear Not fourth in 152-2 for II Captain Deo. Now we've got all the starters for this 14th qualifier over there in the far turn. So the starting gate's going to move into position. 3 and 4-year-old pacers. Driver changes to note. Start with the 2, JK Mega. Damian McClellan will drive. 3, Stingray Deo. The driver will be Mark McDonald. And 6, Winsun Tuxedo. The driver will be Jody Jameson. Inside out, 1 is Could Be King, 2, JK Mega, 3, Stingray Deo, 4, DA Bodacious, 5, Overbet, 6, Winsun Tuxedo, 7, Going for Broke, and 8, Royal Sport. Starting gate moves into the stretch. A field of 8 on the pace. Here they come for qualifier 14. And the raw fan pacing. Winsun Tuxedo goes forward. Stingray Deo is being chased out of there. Could Be King away from the rail in third. In line is JK Mega. DA Bodacious to the outside. Then back to Going for Broke ahead of Royal Sport. And the early trailer is Overbet. So Stingray Deo pushed on here this morning, or now into the afternoon. So Stingray Deo out in front by 2.5 lengths. In second is Winsun Tuxedo. Could Be King as they are in third, while DA Bodacious watches from fourth. The opening quarter was 30 seconds flat as they were pacing into the wind. Now with it at their backs as they swing to the backstretch, and we will see Stingray Deo ramp it up. Stingray Deo leading it by 6 lengths. Winsun Tuxedo is in second. Third is Could Be King. Racing fourth is DA Bodacious, who's followed by JK Mega in fifth. Sixth you'll find Going for Broke. Seventh is Royal Sport, and the last one is Overbet. Coming to the midway point, Stingray Deo, the 3-year-old son of Perfect Sting, by the half in 57 and 3. A second quarter in 27 and 3 for Stingray Deo, second qualifier of his sophomore season. In second is Winsun Tuxedo, while Could Be King still at the inside third. DA Bodacious looks set to go there in fourth, from JK Mega in fifth. Then going back to Royal Sport at that one's wheel is Going for Broke, and the last one is Overbet. But it's still Stingray Deo in second. Winsun Tuxedo, who's getting a bit closer. 3/4 time was 1:25 and 1. So again, 27 and 3. Into the stretch, Stingray Deo trying to finish the job, while Winsun Tuxedo's only 2 lengths away. Then we're going back to Could Be King and DA Bodacious, who battle for third. Less than an eighth to go. It's still Stingray Deo. Right behind is Winsun Tuxedo, but that's still a 2-length deficit, as it is Stingray Deo who will get it done. Stingray Deo wins it by a little more than a length from Winsun Tuxedo. Could Be King was third. DA Bodacious fourth. The mile time 1:54 and 4. Our final qualifier today, horses lining up. Driver change on 2, Fitness First to Damian McClellan. Brady Galliers drives the 3, Dreamfair Diamond. We got Playdate, Fitness First, Dreamfair Diamond. Same thing, only different. Legends Rule, T8, TF, High Voltage, Lunar Sport, and Hall of Fear. Final qualifier of the day, qualifier 15. They're off and pacing. From the outside, Lunar Sport, the first to go. Meanwhile, it's going to be Legends Rule, who's muscling up into second. From the rail to get away in third is Playdate. That one's outside. Same thing, only different. Then going to Fitness First, tracked by Dreamfair Diamond to TF High Voltage. And the last one is going to be Hall of Fear. So the Pacers are into the first turn, and our leader is Lunar Sport. It's on a sports writer at an opening quarter of 30-4. The wind's been howling here over the last several qualifiers. It'll now push them up the backstretch, and as it does, it's a boost here for Lunar Sport, who leads it by 5. In second is Legends Rule. Playdate is there in third. Fourth is Same Thing, Only Different, who's followed by Fitness First, then going to Dreamfair Diamond, 2-length gap to TF High Voltage, who is tracked closely by Hall of Fear. They're coming to the half, a 2-length lead here for Lunar Sport. So Lunar Sport, first tour as a 3-year-old, is by the half in a minute flat. Lunar Sport will take us to the far bend. In second is Legends Rule. Still there third is Playdate, a few lengths then to Same Thing, Only Different, who's followed by Fitness First. On the outside, looking to pick up a spot is TF High Voltage, who goes stride for stride with Dreamfair Diamond. And the last one is Hall of Fear. Lunar Sport here in the third quarter has taken off, leads it by 5, and is at 3 quarters in 1:27-4. 27-4 third quarter clocking, and it's all Lunar Sport as we swing for home. In second is Legends Rule. Third is Playdate. Fourth is Same Thing, Only Different. Going back to Fitness First, followed by Dreamfair Diamond, TF High Voltage. Hall of Fear had a struggle on the far turn. It's all Lunar Sport to cap off today's qualifiers. Will win the 15th by open lengths. Battle on for second. Same Thing, Only Different, trying to stride up to get that spot from Legends Rule. Then on the outside was Playdate fourth, coming through Fitness First. The mile time, 1:56-3 for Lunar Sport.